Hello World! It's another episode of Hello World series with ComputerHeat and KillWrathySoldier, and oh my god, my mind is just like totally blown right now because KillWrathySoldier, you were just telling me about how Tom Selleck was originally supposed to be Indiana Jones and not Harrison
Yep,
Ford. So, while I'm still reeling from this revelation, will you please introduce this game a little bit?
yep. Hello world. Yes, hello world, and welcome to another episode of Hello World series. And we got a game between Halcyon. We have had two games with him before,
That sounds
I
right.
believe.
He's
Yeah,
been
two
on
games.
casting as well.
Yeah, and he's gonna play as US. And I have a feeling what doctrine he will be going with, and he will be going against an OKW player. The name is Tanckx.
Tanckx. I'm sure we'll figure out something else,
Oh,
something
we can
that's
just say
suitable as the
OPV.
game goes on. Yeah. Well, I'm
Yeah.
paused at 5 seconds. Are you paused at 5 seconds?
Yep.
All right. Well, let's unpause in three,
Okay.
2, 1, go. Man, fucking Tom Selleck. I can picture that. Anyway, we got a Kubelwagen coming out first from Tanckx, and Halcyon's going for a double rear echelon start, which is actually pretty good against the early Kubelwagen, since their
Hmm.
rifles do a fair bit of damage when they got really low accuracy, but that doesn't matter so much against the huge target size of the Kubelwagen. And following that up with a rifleman squad, and I suspect we're going to see some Volksgrenadiers soon from Tanckx. So yeah, this is the first game that we've cast
Yep.
of the current balance patch.
Actually, this is the first game recast in a good while. I think it's at least a month,
yeah, something like
maybe
that.
more.
Well, it was not
Yeah,
without
we just.
warning.
Oh, I mean, it's just like real life stuff just came in to play. There's been a lot of game board stuff as well. So,
Yes.
but
Yes.
X-wing.
Playing the real life actual board games.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Halcyon's managed to connect his fuel and has got a couple of squads moving up. Looks like he's just going to try to sit in cover and take down, wait for his support to come push off
Yeah,
this
the flanking.
Kubelwagen. But I guess Tanckx is expecting that, and he's rotated this Kubelwagen. The first rear echelon squad has just come out of suppression, and this Kubel is going to have to probably have to keep going back. It's too bad he didn't park that inside the capture circle for the middle VP. He could
Yeah,
be
I was thinking the
capturing
same
and
thing.
repairing at the same time. And as predicted, the first squad of Volks is out, and there's a new squad coming as well. I think if you're playing as OKW on this map, and if you're using a lot of Volksgrenadiers, it's important to use their sandbag ability, because there's so little green cover on this map, and that just makes
Hmm.
the Volksgrenadiers so much more survivable, and lets them deal damage against the riflemen as they start closing the distance. Speaking of riflemen, we got a third squad cooking, and the Volksgrenadiers on the left should be able to take down the munitions point and easily chase away the rear echelons over there. Ooh, we got volley fire used on the used on the Stern
Western
Pioneers, but
Pioneer?
it's doing absolutely nothing to them. There, it finally suppressed them, but now
Not enough, no.
yeah, everyone is suppressed in the
Oh,
middle.
it's about to get flanked.
Yeah, I think if he plays carefully with it, he should be able to get that Kubelwagen out no problem. But these Stern Pioneers need to retreat. There they go. They're taking unnecessary damage. And they may even lose another member on retreat, but looks like they'll probably be okay. It's almost 3.5 minutes and no one has captured a VP yet. So let's see, we got
Well,
another.
there's not much capping going on. It's first now. I mean, they've just been in the middle, slugging it up.
Yes, just focusing on the resources and still okay. Halcyon is about to take the top VP, and these riflemen are definitely going to win the fight against the Volksgrenadiers, and he'll get the middle VP as well. Off go the Volksgrenadiers. And I'm impressed at this usage of the Kubelwagen with the second squad of Sturm Pioneers around. It's going to be able to keep that up in good shape and maybe, hopefully, do some nice flanks with it. His map control is not that great, but he's got some important resources under his control, so he can potentially stall out with what he's got. He's going to need to get a VP as well. Oh no, Halcyon's rifleman jumped out of the capture circle in the middle. They decided this game isn't hard enough. So the lieutenant is now out from Halcyon, and I know he really likes the anti-air half-track, so I bet we're going to see that from him as his first light vehicle, but no, it's the M20 instead, so I am wrong. Battle group headquarters up in a very conservative position.
I'm wondering why he did that. Usually he does get that AA half-track. I guess he just didn't want to wait? Or...
Well, I mean, I think either one is a good choice, and the one that he has chosen to go with. Yeah, the bazooka can be helpful in a pinch. The mines that it can lay are extremely useful throughout the game. Rifles are just, man, yeah, this is what I was saying about the Volksgrenadiers. If they'd put down some sandbags while they were capturing that point, they probably could have kept the riflemen from getting too close to them. But these rifles are going to have a really hard retreat path as the Sturm Pioneers try to wipe them out.
Two Sturm Pioneers. Okay, maybe firepower there.
Yeah, so thankfully, because he invested so much in Sturm Pioneers, he's gone for the battle group headquarters, and he's going to be able to keep them, well, he's going to need to keep them in good health.
Yeah, they're expensive as hell.
Yeah, and they take forever to reinforce. Oh man, this M20 has absolutely nothing to stand against it. There is a Panzerschreck upgrading on the squad by the middle VP, but... Oh, that's too bad. That was definitely a key unit to Tanckx' army composition. I mean, having the double Sturm Pioneers, you kind of want to suppress and then close the distance with the Sturm Pios. He's going to need to get himself probably a Raketenwerfer, I think, to deal with this. He doesn't have enough munitions to get another set of Panzerschrecks. Oh, some Volksgrenadiers capping the VP up at the top, but they're going to end up cut off and potentially get killed if anything comes and sneaks up on it.
Well, those rifleman squad, that rifleman squad is gonna get flanked now. So yeah. The only thing that's worries me is that M20, which could surprise those boats there in the north.
Yeah, with just the single Panzerschreck, it's going to be very difficult for.
Okay, they're getting retreated.
The single Panzerschreck's not really going to be enough to chase off the M20, especially if it goes and pursues them and kills them on retreat right now. There is a Raketenwerfer that's just come onto the map, but if Halcyon can kill this squad, make them drop the Panzerschreck, or just cause the Panzerschreck to disappear, it's going to be a huge win for him. But it looks like the M20 is getting hung up or deciding not to pursue. And that squad's probably going to make it safely back to base. Although... Oh, also we did have a commander pick from Halcyon. He went for Airborne. Is that what you were predicting?
I knew it. Yeah. it's a good map for it. I mean, it's so open, so it's like yeah.
Yeah, definitely. The light machine guns that you can get on the paratroopers are really, really strong. I mean, they've always been. This is a very useful map for them because you don't have a whole lot of other long range weapons to use as USF. The Pathfinders as well, they can provide that great vision, and you can do the old lemon trick of putting bars on the Pathfinders if you want. Rifles probably about to get chased off the fuel point. Halcyon is calling in some paratroopers.
I heard those riflemen there at the fuel point. They said, "Somebody get us out of here!" Yeah, that would be Halcyon.
Yes, they got their quest approved. Do you see? Okay, see the paratroopers coming down, narrowly avoiding the trees. See what the
there,
upgrade.
okay.
Yeah. He doesn't have enough munitions to upgrade them with anything yet, which is kind of a shame. So nothing particularly unusual except for maybe this additional rear echelon squad. But I'm curious to know if this. Do you know if this is something that Halcyon likes to do just on a big map like this, so we can get the early capping? Anyway, we've got AT gun dropping as well. Interesting. I guess he just decided he had enough manpower that he could do that, but I'm surprised to not see an ambulance yet, to be honest. He's going to want to get that soon-ish. Some of his rifle squads are in bad shape, and this is such a huge map. There we go, yeah. This is such a huge map that forward reinforcement is nice to have.
Yeah, and cover every point as well. It's just either you need some kind of emplacements, but just to delay.
The Schwer Panzer headquarters is about to complete. It's in an extremely conservative spot. It is going to be able to cover most of the fuel point and probably actually the entire thing. So that'll be
Would have been nice if the trees were gone there. Could have been shooting at that M20 then.
So now that's up, we're getting the first squad of Obersoldaten out, and they got a pretty substantial change in the recent patch. They now have to upgrade their light machine gun. It doesn't just come for free with them anymore.
Nice.
Yeah, which is something I'm pleased to see. We'll see how well they do on this map.
Yeah.
Probably just fine. They're still really strong. Halcyon now has enough munitions to upgrade the M1919 on his paratroopers if he wants to do that. And I hear it sounds like bazookas firing. Oh, it's the it's the Raketenwerfer firing on the riflemen. Paratroopers coming up for the flank.
Yep.
Nice dodge of the grenade.
I see that.
And looks like the line is gonna hold. Major's out, and the ambulance just started building as well.
Okay, so OKW Tanckx went breakthrough. Okay.
Interesting. Curious to see what he's gonna do with that commander. I think if I mean, I doubt he's gonna go for a Jagdtiger. This game is gonna have to go really, really long for that to be an option. Halcyon is barricading off the left side of the map with some barbed wire and tank traps. One nice thing you can do with tank traps, which I know I've seen him do and other players as well a lot, is the tank traps provide green cover, so you can kind of use them as airsats, sandbags for your your rear echelon squads if they're going around capping. So just rather than giving them a capture order, just tell them to build a tank trap in the territory sector, and they'll go finish that up. And if they get attacked, they'll be a little more survivable than normal. So Tanckx doesn't quite have enough munitions to upgrade the light machine gun. I'm wondering if he's going to upgrade that at all, or if he's going to invest in another set of Panzerschrecks. He's just spent some munitions somewhere. Did he put down a mine or something? I see there's an M20 mine sitting in front of the M20 appropriately. And yes, okay, I see a mine going down now. Halcyon should have spotted that. He should definitely know what they're doing. The mine gets cancelled as well. And we'll see if Halcyon built some minesweepers. Yeah, I'm a little surprised to see breakthrough on this map. Well, not on this map, just in this matchup. I don't know. I don't think it's kind of outclassed by some others.
It's a 2v2 game.
Yeah. Ooh, Luke's is out. Oh, it's doing a ton of damage to these paratroopers. Looks like Halcyon's trying to bait the Lukes to go over the mine, but it's got plenty of juicy targets up here in the form of all the riflemen. The AT gun is coming up to try to support, and it looks like Halcyon is going to try to go for an AT rifle grenade onto the front, but Did that go off? No, it didn't. The Lux is just kiting them nicely. It takes a pretty big hit from the AT gun and backs away. Oh, another nice big hit on there. He's going to need to send that thing all the way back home to get repaired.
Those boats are not doing too well. Oh, that grenade just did almost nothing.
Yeah, just a little bit of health damage. That's the that's why you keep your squads up at full health whenever you can. I mean, imagine if they were at their current health when that grenade went off next to them, that could have killed the entire squad.
Yeah.
Just a nice little skirmish right there. Neither side overextended and lost anything. Oh, I think I'd have to say that went more in Halcyon's favor than his opponent's.
Yeah.
The OKW player is now back at his base healing up. He didn't lose anything, but he didn't gain anything. He lost a little bit of territory, but you know, I think honestly it's more important to keep your dudes alive than to hold on to the victory point for an next
day.
Yeah. So Halcyon's got 200 munitions. Let's see if he puts down some more of those M20 mines. Now he knows that his opponent's got multiple squads of Stern Pioneers, so he might be reluctant to invest all the munitions into that. But he could put them on, you know, in just conservative locations in the backfield and try to lure tanks over them, or hope that any flanking tanks smack into them and you know, stop any attack in its tracks.
And this is what which is unfortunate now for Tanckx. The AT gun is shooting at the Schwerpanzer.
Yeah, as is the M8A1. Oh man, all these blobbed up squads in the middle. They could take a grenade going right in front of them.
I guess he was just hoping that he would be like moving forward. So.
Yeah. Where's the M8A1? I'm surprised that hasn't put in any devastating blows yet. It's coming up a little further. Smoke popped nicely on the M20, but everything has got to run on back to base, and we do have the upgrade. Oh, there's a nice hit. The machine gun's upgraded on one squad of Obersoldat, and the other squad not upgrading, and Tanckx doesn't quite have enough munitions yet to do that. So the M8A1 is such a great unit to use against them. They cost a ton of manpower to... Ooh, nice grenade. Halcyon walked right on top of that.
Yeah. I always fear that M8 howitzer. It's just so brutal.
It's just a matter of time every single game before it gets off some extremely nasty hit.
Yeah.
So the Lux is coming back up, and I think that Tanckx is really kind of suffering a bit from not having his suppression unit anymore. He might want to get him. He's hurting really badly from manpower from these engagements, but because he picked Breakthrough, he doesn't have the MG34 available to him. So if he wants to get...
He might end up regretting that.
Yeah, he could always rebuild his Kubelwagen, but it's such a squishy unit. But given what he's facing right now, I think he probably could keep it alive if he plays conservatively with it. Ugh, Halcyon, these skins are so ugly. Ugh. So we do have a set of Minesweepers out from Halcyon. What is going on from our OKW player? I haven't seen much. I haven't seen him really doing anything to diversify his army, and he's having a real hard time holding on, you know, getting manpower. But he is kind of starting to equalize the map a little bit more. Oh, there was a mine right by where the that rear echelon squad died on the right. Halcyon's probably hoping to get a retreat going.
The Lux just stopped in front of. No, it's.
Oh no! Oh, that's a huge loss. He can't really afford that. He needed that Lux. That was like the only thing that was pushing back all of these, all of this infantry. And once again, I'm thinking that some. Oh, there we go. Nice. Stolen AT gun, but I doubt it's going to make it away. The lieutenant clears it out, and there's way too many riflemen. Way too many riflemen around for that steal to ever have worked. Oh, Tanckx. I really wish you'd put
Slow.
down some more sandbags earlier on in the game.
Grenade coming in.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, because um because his opponent has no suppression weapons, Hal is free to just completely blob up his squads as much as he likes. There must be a crawler around providing vision for the Schwere Panzer headquarters. Yeah, so for people that don't know, the bodies that are crawling around do provide vision. You can execute them if you want. It's kind of gruesome, but it works. And so everything's been forced off again for the OKW player, and Halcyon's taking the right side of the map and lowering the fuel point. So he's been doing lots of good pressure all throughout this match, and he's getting himself a Jackson right now. He's got lots and lots of fuel. Manpower's a little low after making that purchase. He's still got plenty of munitions as well, and this M8A1 is able to operate with impunity since there's no vehicles to come chase after it.
Oh, there's a free AT gun waiting for him now.
Oh, that's going to be helpful. I know that Romeo made the point a while ago that, oh, he's not taking it. The US AT gun is like the best unit to use against US tanks, because it doesn't have particularly great penetration, but its penetration is good enough to penetrate all US tanks all the time. Plus, you can get the extended line of sight with its with the toggleable ability on it, and it shoots pretty dang fast too. So, as a US player, the last thing you want to happen is for your opponent to end up with one of your AT guns, and now that's just happened to Halcyon. Yeah, I think he maybe even could have put his ambulance and retreat point a little bit farther forward. Be kind of risky, but would have made it easier for him to get that AT gun back under his control.
That AT gun is very exposed. Okay, there's a Ursuladen squad coming up, but that's no match against 3 squads, an M8 and an M20 and a Jackson.
No, certainly not. Bit of a fight going on the right. A lieutenant and some rear echelon squads are facing off against 2 squads of Volksgrenadiers. Oh!
M8, nice.
Alright, that steal is paid for itself already. He's just dragging this thing slightly closer to his own lines, and that's going to make it just that much harder for Halcyon to get it back. Particularly these Obersoldaten just sitting there watching it. They get slowed, so Halcyon's been using the suppressing fire ability a couple of times throughout this game. The fix-up Schwere Panzer headquarters, though, now taking damage from the Jackson firing on it. The buffed Jackson, I should say. I think most people are going to be familiar with those buffs already. But it's nice to see that thing get some love. Oh, Rifleman taking tons of damage from the Schwere Panzer headquarters. Recovered AT gun, and Jackson should finish this thing off pretty quickly. Yeah, I don't think a solitary Volksgrenadier squad is going to be enough to stop this.
I think it was much as a reason for getting the sight for the Schwere Panzer.
Yeah, it's a pretty big target. But oh no, the AT gun's left to be recovered once again. So, lost Schwere Panzer headquarters means no Panther, means no more Obersoldaten, means, well, not another Lux. And I wonder if Tanckx is gonna go just double down on his tier 1 and get himself a like a Jagdpanzer. Jagdpanzer's really good on this map because the long sight lines, and it's pretty quick, so you can move it around if it gets in trouble, or if you need to chase after anything. Oh, ambulance goes down. Yeah, I would agree with that against US tanks especially.
And the cost of getting a Jagdtiger with a CP, I mean, he needs all the infantry he can get to cover all those points on his flanks.
Oh, this is just really bad sandbag placement from Tanckx. I gotta say, he's putting it in a place where it's going to benefit himself the least and Halcyon the most. If you put it just a little bit further, he'd at least be able to stay inside the capping circle while attacking. M8A1 or M20 takes a big hit from the front. Yeah, it can't just push in the way it could before. There's too much anti-tank. The Raketenwerfer, is that stolen AT gun? I'm getting harassed by people who want to play Grand Theft Auto 5. I'll have to deal with that later. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PC. It's pretty cool. Too bad I played that game like a year and a half ago and have no more desire to play it like ever again.
I haven't played any of them. Only the first game, the very first game, the top-down game.
I remember playing the demo for that quite a bit. This is what we can talk about while we wait for something to happen. Although I am curious to pick your brain later about Pillars of Eternity, but we can do that off mic.
Yeah.
Or at least off camera, as it were.
I haven't completed it yet. It's a big ass game, and there's a limit to how much time I can devote to it.
Alright, so, something happened while I was typing. Alright. Oh, that's nice to see. The upgraded, Stern Pioneers cut the barbed wire and we're starting to take the left side of the map. Hal sent over his utility car to go, dissuade them from that activity. And now looks like Tanckx is just starting to dig in and wait for, oh nice, he swept the M20 mine on the right as well, so nice to see him making good use of the, reacting to Hal's play. Although I think he should have gotten those sweepers a lot earlier, given that, well, that's when you're playing against someone who's got an M20 and you don't kill it like immediately, you can really expect the map to be littered with those mines. Hal's still got 130 munitions. He's upgraded bars. Has he upgraded grenades? Grenades could be useful. No, he is not.
Do you remember what commanders OKW had? I think I saw salvage.
Oh, I don't remember at all what he had. Are you thinking that would have been a better call?
I think that would have been a better, yeah.
Yeah, the Jaeger light infantry are pretty badass, and you can do some really annoying crap with them because there's a lot of neutral buildings on this map. Ostwind is also, well, it can be quite useful against airborne because it's good at shooting down the P-47 planes that are going to come later. And without a tier 2 building up, oh, he's actually rebuilding tier 4. I'm not quite sure about that decision. But I mean, what's he going to do? Get himself a Panther?
What's it called? Supply.
The tier 2 building.
Yeah. What's the name of it? Mechanized?
Mechanized Regiment Headquarters.
Yeah.
Main gun destroyed on the M8A1.
Just one more hit.
Oh, looks like he was not firing through the fog of war or using the focus ability on that. That's too bad. Probably could have finished that off, though. I mean, Hal can easily afford to replace it. He needs to figure out some way to start making some more pushes. I think that some Shermans would be useful, and maybe even, getting that AA half-track might not even be a terrible choice since it's pretty cheap. So that if you were to lose it, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, and it would help him suppress all of the infantry that he's facing, since that really is all that he's facing, is infantry. Panther is in production right now, and we actually have a, I mentioned blob control and how he's missing that. We actually do kind of have that now in the form of the Storm Officer. Storm Officer. Yeah,
where is it?
It's in the middle of the map.
Oh, there, okay.
Yeah,
I never really use that guy. I mean, I don't get breakthrough that much, but okay, I see he has target them and force retreat. Okay.
Yeah, target them's like, it's a debuff that you use on an individual squad. The downside to, and what we're seeing right now, is that if the squad leader gets killed, then it immediately forces a retreat of all nearby infantry. So that M8A1 with one shot managed to force everything back to base. Oops. Some nice salvaging going on, recovering the old, getting some resources out of the old tier 4. Yes, thank you. But yeah, the Storm Officer, he's got that force retreat, which for the longest time I thought only worked on one squad. I thought it was like the old Wehrmacht officer's force retreat from the first company of heroes, but actually it will force retreat on any squad that's in the targeting circle. You know how I learned that?
Nope.
We were playing a 3v3 and you were blobbing shock troopers like crazy and somebody did that to you.
No, okay.
Lieutenant is about to run into a couple of squads. And the Panther as well, so Hal's going to need to get that out of there. He's got himself a Jackson. I think he's going to want to either get himself a Sherman or another Jackson. He's got his AT gun, he's got his Jackson. I think a Sherman would be the way to go to deal with that.
Interesting driving with that Panther. It was like reversing.
Oh, I missed it. Paying too much attention to the retreating squads. So Hal has reoccupied all of the sandbags. Now, yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. These sandbags are so badly placed. It's like, now Hal can sit inside the capping circle and fight off all of these squads. Even if the other ones get right on top of it. Oh, nice use of paratrooper slow on the Obersoldaten, but yeah, they've got the officer aura active on them right now. But yeah, since they're both right on top of each other, they're both getting affected by that ability. I really like seeing that. You don't see that ability used too often.
What ability was it?
The paratroopers, when you upgrade them with the light machine gun, you get the stunning ability that you can activate. And now they're just gonna overrun this. Oh wow, that actually looks like it's gonna retreat, but overrun the Raketenwerfer. Oh no, don't stop and pick it up again, just run! Okay, here comes the Panther. Oh, took a shot from the AT gun up at the top, deflected that, deflected the shot from the Jackson, and it looks like it deflected an AT grenade also. It looks like it got hit by another one though, and now it's got a damaged engine. It needs to get the hell out of there. This Jackson's definitely going to be able to finish it off if he doesn't. Hal's a bit short of munitions, he can't pop the, he can't afford to pop the P-47 strafe and hopefully get it back in the base, but it looks like all this infantry is going to be able to prevent the attack from reaching its conclusion. Oh, did the Sturm officer just get killed? Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
When you see that blob of infantry come out, if there's a Sturm officer, just always focus that squad. Like, just grab everything that you have and right-click on the Sturm officer, because if that guy dies, then he's going to send everyone packing back with him. Sturm Pioneers were trying to capture the VP at the top of the map, but they got chased off by the lieutenant. Looks like they should make it, unless Halcyon moves to intercept with these paratroopers. Looks like the Sturm Pioneer is going to oblige them by running right past them, and Hal may get the kill. It looks like he'll make it back safely. That's a strange retreat path. I didn't think that you could actually move through that area. Oh, all this blobbing. Uh-oh. A BAR dropped. Yeah, I think, I'll say it again, I think, oh, Hal's getting another M8A1. That's a good way to punish the blob. Any kind of indirect fire usually works really well. We haven't seen any extremely gory hits yet.
Oh, that was a huge explosion somewhere.
Yeah, paratroopers ran over a shoe mine on the left, and oh, there's a nice hit from the M8A1, getting up to 10 kills in Vet 2. M20 is popping smoke to try to escape from some Volksgrenadiers. I think it's got enough health that it shouldn't be an issue, and Hal's going to tank a shot to the face and try to back away. Volksgrenadiers will be able to take that point away from him. No problem. Note that there's an M20 mine over there by the truck. The lieutenant's been tasked to run around and do kind of some counter-harassment and capping, since he's got that nice sprint ability.
He really should put some barbed wires in front of that those sandbags.
Yeah, that would be prevent Hal from coming and taking it again. I still don't know why he's putting it where he is. I mean, this is a little bit better because Hal can't stand inside the capping circle and also take advantage of the sandbags. But, you know, Tanckx got.
I think the reason for doing it is simply because he's worried that he might get too close to Halcyon's forces, so he wouldn't be able to like complete the sandbags.
So Tanckx at the moment, he's got a fair bit of resources for himself, but I think the nice grenade. I think the getting, for example, another Panzer II would be way too risky right now. with the Jacksons on the field, they kill it much too quickly. I mean, there's only one Jackson, but it's going to really zone out any area that the Panzer II can be in. But he needs to get something to fight against Halcyon infantry. And the Panther's not enough.
Ooh, Shrek was just dropped.
Oh, that's bad.
Yep.
Hal definitely has enough stuff around to pick that up. It looks like he's content to sit with what he's got. Reinforce his army a little bit, and it looks like he's trying to destroy the Raketenwerfer with his Jackson. Not quite connecting though. M8A1s are going around trying to take care of these Oversoldaten at the top. Bit of overkill. They find another squad. Oh! Ouch, poor guys.
No, just retreat because yeah, just decap.
I think, I mean, this Panther is slowly gaining vet. It's halfway up to vet 1. It's coming. The vet's coming in really slowly, I should say, actually. But Hal's gonna want to deal with that before it gets up to vet 2 and gets really strong. The Panther did get a little bit of a nerf. I don't know if it applies to the OKW Panther. It definitely applies to the Wehrmacht Panther. The Blitzkrieg ability got toned down a little bit.
How much?
I think now it only gives a 15% increase to acceleration. Hal's trying to lead the Panther over the mine, but Tanckx is wise to that trick. He sees the crater that killed the Panzer II and is like, I'm not gonna fall for that again.
Nope.
You know what could be useful is a walking Stuka. Obviously, Tanckx would have to build tier 2 and spend another 100 fuel on top of that. He almost has enough to do it. He's a bit... Oh, wait, he does have tier 2. Why did that go up? Looks like maybe he's trying to save it for King Tiger in that case, but I think a walking Stuka is what he needs right now.
The thing is that with the walking Stuka, Halcyon doesn't really have like a real point, like a point where he like that's his front line, stable front line. He's very mobile. I mean, he's always constantly like moving back and forth. The only thing that suggests like a gathering point is that emplacement, that fighting position that is going down now.
Yeah.
Which is like a nice flank there.
Yeah, it was. Oh no, the squads are now walking in front of it, but they managed to destroy it. That was a bit of a waste of manpower, munitions. I mean, nice idea, but...
The Panda might go down. No, what did...
Oh!
Nice.
Main gun destroyed. I don't see that thing getting out of control. There it goes. And Tanckx is in trouble now. He doesn't have anything really apart from these Panzer
Okay.
Shreks.
I thought
Oh man, this is
gonna avoid the Jackson's fire.
I was worried that M8A1 was gonna get team killed. Oh, this other one probably needs to go. He's about to have 2 Panzer Shreks firing onto his rear armor. He does get a fair bit of damage off, but he needs to run. If this last Shrek connects, and it probably will, he's going to be in... Well, he's going to be dead. He's just going to be dead. Now he's dead. He stayed in that fight way too long. Getting greedy, trying to get some squad wipes. That has freed up a whole bunch of pop cap in Halcyon's army. For what it's worth. And his opponent... I don't know. What do you think his opponent's going
He
for?
could probably get a new Panther soon.
My guess is that he's saving up to get himself a King Tiger since he got himself all of the tier buildings, but he doesn't have a whole.
He's not even
fuel.
Focusing.
Yeah.
On the fuel.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure that he needs a whole lot more munitions. Okay, he's getting a walking Stuka, but he doesn't really have enough. He doesn't have enough anti-tank, I think, to prevent it from getting rushed. Losing that Panther was a huge, huge blow. He really couldn't afford that. Okay, he's canceled the walking Stuka. He may be going for another Panther. And he's gotten himself some Panzer Fusiliers, which that'll give him AT grenades, but I know that Hal is quite adept at doing the old jump out and apply the super glue trick to get the engine back. Oh man, these oversold have got a bar and a light machine gun.
Okay.
So Hal is now placing a demo charge on the tier 4 under smoke. That's a cool trick.
Yeah.
Does a ton of damage. Where are the Jacksons? They could easily finish that off. I guess he doesn't want to expose them to Volks Grenadiers. Ooh, another bar dropped. His squad gets killed. Yeah, the focus them ability from the officer was used there.
Grizzly is just they might take
Oh! That's hilarious. Nice. Oh, Hal's getting a bit lazy.
Reverse.
Oh, I don't think he's gonna be able to complete the larceny. He is gonna.
No, too slow, too slow.
Damn it! What the? What the hell? Wait a minute. Did the M20 mine change possession? Like, did the M20 mines that were laid become enemy M20 mines? What the fuck? Oh my god, that is a bug that is a crazy ass bug if I ever saw one. Wow. I think that's got to be what happened.
That was awesome, man.
That was.
Took it and then
Oh, wow. So that's going to provide a substantial amount of, well, not that substantial. It's going to provide 10 extra fuel for Tanckx. Remove one of the Jacksons from the game and get rid of that M20 all in one blow. Man, that
that was a win. Well, for the win.
What the hell? Alright, now he's using the assault artillery. I don't think it's gonna do anything, but actually this is a huge sector, and pretty much all of Halcyon's army is in there. Okay, now they're getting out, but the Major and the ambulance I think are still at risk. Major retreats, and the ambulance is also driving away.
2 times today.
Yeah, holy
First
crap.
Tom Selleck, and now this.
Oh, the fucking Tom Selleck, what the hell? Indiana Jones doesn't have a mustache. I mean, he's like grizzly, but he's not that kind of grizzly.
Well, he might have had to shave it off, but
I can't believe there was no like comment from either player about that Jackson just exploding for no reason.
I think Hal is just like he's too busy to come to write anything because he's just like it's probably.
Oh, huge shot from the M8A1, kills 3 or more of Stern Pioneers, kills a bunch of Stern Pioneers. I think that was his first shot and got 5 kills, so not bad. Panther is nearly complete, and Hal is investing heavily in M8A1s. I believe he still has 1 Jackson, but yeah, he does still have the 1 Jackson. I think he may be putting a few too many. Okay, so he just canceled one of the M8A1s and decided to get a Jackson instead. Smart call, right as the new Panther comes onto the field. Oh, squad is annihilated there by the now vet 1 Jackson. Looks like it was a Volks Grenadier squad. Man.
Well, he just had a lot of luck himself. I mean, he got him in M20, and then he managed to destroy Jackson.
That wasn't. I contest that was luck. Although he almost stole another Jackson right there. Oh, this Panther is just going for it. There's really nothing around to stop him. The Jackson, the crew is running back to climb inside the Jackson. Alright, they're back in. There's nothing to stop this Panther at all. Maybe it'll get a damaged engine from an AT grenade, but it manages to kill one of.
Get the avalanche.
Killed the M8A1. Does get a damaged engine. Okay, I think this Jackson or this Panther needs to pull back. Get some repairs. Stern Pioneers are back at base reinforcing. And if this Panther doesn't get some infantry support right now, it's going to be in a lot of trouble. The Volks Grenadiers of the Panther strikes find the Jackson, however, and manage to.
I should have just reversed it instead of.
Yeah, now he's going to have his rear armor exposed to the 2 Jacksons. Oh, there's a big hit right there. And another big hit, and down goes the Panther after accomplishing very, very little. Yeah, that's
Considering that he lost a Jackson, and in 20 before, I mean, the Tanckx has lost a lot more. 2 Panthers.
Yeah, the thing is, Halcyon can afford to replace his losses. I mean,
Yeah.
trading for Panthers is pretty much always worth it. Tanckx, he's down to less than. He's got 83 fuel in the bank, 84 fuel now. And he's made these Panthers, and he just loses them without doing nearly enough damage to justify the loss. I mean, the Panthers are great, but you need to keep them alive. And the thing that's great about the Panthers is that they can do a lot of damage and they can get out of trouble. But he's not playing well enough with them. Oh, Storm Pioneers.
Storm Pioneers are doing a really good job.
Oh no, the rifles can't pick up the M1919. They're gonna go down too. Wow, the gutsy bet played off, and Halcyon is forced all the way back to base, and now there's a squad of paratroopers dropping right into the middle of this. They're essentially defenseless as they come down, and they're just gonna get cut down one by one. Oh man. They're taking a lot of damage. Halcyon needs to retreat them immediately. He's trying to throw a grenade, but he may end up losing the squad on retreat. It looks like they'll make it out. That's a hard loss. Yeah. Oof. The Schwerer Panzer headquarters. I think I guess maybe he's forgotten about it. It'd be nice if he could sneak a Jackson around to get a killing blow onto it. That was a poorly timed paratrooper drop, and well, just staying in those fights way too long. I think Hal's getting a little complacent with his victories, and he does have his opponent down really, really low, but he doesn't want to give him the opportunity to come back into this game. Tanckx is not giving up by any means.
No. Oh, mine's coming down.
Very nice. The thing is, he can get a damaged engine on the Jackson with those, but he doesn't really have anything with which to finish the deal. Though, you know, you never know. Could catch a retreating squad on that too.
If he can delay them, that'd be a small win as well for me. He just buys him more time to get something else, or get some new territories.
Putting down another mine right in the vicinity. I'm really curious who this mine belongs to. The M20 mine.
Yeah.
Like if that'll detonate on one of Halcyon's vehicles, or if it will detonate on tanks.
It's a neutral now.
Yeah. That looks like major artillery coming in the center. The ultimate sign of desperation. The major artillery, wow, it actually does a chunk of damage to the Obersoldaten, but fails to kill any of the members of the squad. The Jacksons got put on anti-infantry duty and chase off the Sturm officer from the top. That's not something you see every day. Halcyon is setting up his forward retreat point once again, trying to get the map back under his control. The Jackson actually manages to kill an infantryman. Obersoldaten in zero cover, getting slowed and suppressed, taking casualties from the Jackson. Grenades, not doing a whole lot.
Decent.
Yeah, the major just went down. Oh, I don't know why these Jacksons are doing this. They could get a damaged engine from this Panzer Fusilier and get killed. Get killed by the Volksgrenadiers. Damaged engine on one. Here comes a shot. Halcyon's trying to squish, or at least disrupt the pathing enough. He should try to disrupt the pathing with the healthy Jackson and let the other one try to escape. There's another drop bar over by the wreck of the ambulance. This is.
It's always so stupid to look at.
Yeah. It's like, quit trying to run me over. I just need to put another rocket in this tube so I can finish you off. Oh!
It's very quiet in this game. I mean, this guy has some humor or something.
Yes. Well, we usually play with him on some kind of voice over IP thing, so get to hear his.
That is true.
Get to hear his Polish cynicism. So the shoe mine damages the engine on this Jackson, but yeah, not not the most effective use of the munitions. I wonder if it's going to run over this other mine, however. I really want to see if it'll get killed by this anti-tank mine that he put down earlier. That was the strangest thing I've seen in a long time. And Hal is actually about to have a triple cap against him. So, nice map harassment by Tanckx. Tanckx has also managed to fix up his Schwerer Panzer headquarters quite a lot, so it's not in imminent danger of going down. It's not on fire anymore. That's good to see. And his infantry is going back up into the center of the map.
Okay, they're actually hiding next to the house.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be hidden if they stay there. If you put them on the other side of the house, then they could probably hide back there. But I love hiding squads. I've loved that ability that TrueSight provides. Especially Soviet combat engineers. They are the most annoying unit with which to do that, because you can just sneak them out and lay down demo charges. Cheesy as hell, but it works. Paratrooper squad forced away. Oh my god, that was the nasty hit from the M8A1. Kills the entire squad of Volksgrenadiers. Oh, Ober is forced to retreat as well. And I think that Tanckx just needs to cut his losses, pull back. He's just taking these casualties that he can't afford. And if he loses this squad, that's going to be crippling. Okay, so he just lost even more anti-tank. Sturmoffizier in the back, sitting out in the open. One thing to know about the Sturmoffizier is the other guys in the squad who are not the officer are actually Obersoldaten, and I think they have all the same normal properties of Obersoldaten. Though you can't put machine guns on them. In fact, I don't think that the Sturmoffizier squad has any team weapon slots at all, so I don't even think you can pick up a dropped machine gun. Halcyon taking back the oh! I would have loved to see a concussive grenade thrown onto the squad of the Jackson and see that Jackson get stolen. This is a pretty silly little fight. The Jackson crew can't get out because they'll just get killed by the Sturm Pioneers, and the Sturm Pioneers can't expose themselves too much, and they might get run over. They're putting down a mine? What? They're gonna take extra received accuracy while they do that. It seems like a mistake. Why is he doing this? Now he's standing on top of the mine. Okay, here come the Scots. Time to go. Run away. This is just silly. Can you tell me what's happening in the middle of the map? Kilrathi Soldier. Did we lose Kilrathi Soldier? Well, we'll see.
Hello?
Oh, there you are. Okay. Yeah, it didn't look like anything got disconnected.
Okay, weird.
Yeah, alright.
But what Tanckx is doing was actually, I mean, that was really clever, because he just got all Halcyon's vehicles away from the front. I mean, why not? So
yeah, it's definitely a nice use of the stalling, and we can see there how cutting that barbed wire secured that squad's safe retreat. So that's paid off yet again, having that there. And Tanckx has got a good hold on the middle. He's actually managed to get Halcyon down to 171 VPs and has the drain going. He's taking the fuel back in the center, and if this goes on much longer, he's going to end up being able to get himself a King Tiger. I think he overcommitted a lot earlier in that previous big fight with all the infantry. In the center of the map, he lost a couple of squads wholly unnecessarily and cost himself a whole bunch of manpower. He's having to rebuild Volksgrenadier squads. I mean, you never want to have to do that. You just want them to get up to Vet 5 and live forever. Oh, paratrooper squad cut down as they retreat. The the vehicle crew with no vehicle is firing their bazookas, playing a bit of Quake. Yeah, they're not good for a whole lot now, other than back capping. And I think that Tanckx is just gonna want to try to hold the line for now. He's quite low on anti-tank. In fact, I don't think he has any anti-tank at all in his army. Except for maybe a mine or two laying down. But he lost all of his Panzerschrecks a while ago. The most he can hope to do is to slow a few vehicles down with Panzerfausts. But that's a really bad use of his resources. He's closing in on being able to afford the King Tiger. He just needs a bit more manpower now. So if he can hold out for another minute and a half without getting any, without expending any manpower, he'll be able to do that. And Halcyon has got his armada of tanks in the middle of the map. I'm thinking of the match we watched with, I think it was him and Nikolai. It was a 2v2.
Crossing the river, right?
Yeah, crossing in the woods, and he ended up with like an entirely mechanized army.
Hmm.
Wow, there's some slow-moving rear echelon squads. I guess because they're using volley fire. Halcyon playing very conservatively. He just needs to force off a couple of these squads, get the VPs under his control, and end the game quickly. Before his opponent's able to get that King Tiger. I mean, the 2 Jacksons plus the potential for a P-47 rocket strafe. Even a King Tiger is going to struggle.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. M8A1 shots arcing over the battlefield, and the next M8A1 is incoming. Yeah, frangible grenade. It's a pretty expensive way to block line of sight for, well, there's not really a whole lot of reason for him to have done that. The Volks Grenadiers are going to go try to get into the hidey hole. There is another Jackson going up to try to evict them, and it is a King Tiger that's building. Man, these M8A1s so nasty. Hitting these expensive Oversoldaten too, but you know, now that the King Tiger is purchased, he can afford to play a bit more loosely. Jackson chases off the Volksgrenadiers. I think he could have stuck in that fight. You know, just hide behind the house, and the Jackson crew is gonna have to get out.
Because it's like before, it looked like he couldn't get there.
I don't know. There's a door on the back of that house. He might be able to put the squad, garrison the squad, and then tell it to leave on the other side. But I really don't know. Oh man.
Ouch.
Tanckx is extremely lucky to not lose any squads there. And we actually have munitions transfer going on, so that's good to see from Tanckx. He doesn't need the fuel anymore so much now that, well, the King Tiger is about to arrive. Getting some more Panzerschrecks would be very, very helpful. He's upgrading 1 squad right now, and the King Tiger is here. But I think with 2 Jacksons and now the P-47 strafe affordable, that this King Tiger is not going to be particularly effective and probably not going to last very long. If he tries to just charge forward with it, which first off, why is he even sending these 2 squads into the center by themselves? He needs to not be sending his squads out piecemeal. He needs to get them all together, make a big push, try to take the central VP. Oh my god, King Tiger gets a damaged engine immediately. That's lucky. Jacksons are gonna be able to kill this thing with no problem. Halcyon called in some new paratroopers. Halcyon should cancel the light machine gun upgrade on his paratroopers and use that for a P-47 strafe instead. Oh, damn. King Tiger's just bouncing shots like a boss. It's crawling forward so slowly. He needs to stop so that he can get the repairs on it. And he's got his Stern Pioneers right there. Now, if Halcyon's on his game, he'll start barraging the King Tiger with that, and maybe hope to kill the squads repairing it. But he may not know that's happening. Still, he should be able to hear it through the fog of war. But the repairs are about to complete, and the King Tiger's going to have its engine back and start to roll up forward so that it can die slightly further away from its from its spawn location. I don't believe that this King
Tanckx
Tiger's
is really being hurt now that he doesn't have any shreds at all. I mean, it's really slowing him down. And he's just, like you said, like, why he's just sending 2 squads to the middle when they can't do anything.
Yeah, he's got the weaker army, and when you've got the weaker army, you need to, well, you got 2 options. You can either spread out everywhere and force your opponent to react like that, and he's been doing a decent job of that, and his ability to take the top of the map again and again, force Halcyon to commit resources. Okay. Yeah. Oh, 3 M8A1s tasked to clear out these 2 squads up the top. They might. Oh, damn.
Single man from the Echelon squad is capping in the cell. But yeah, you were saying, sorry.
Oh, he just narrowly missed that shoe mine. If he gone just like a step further to one side while going down there, he would have gotten killed, and Tanckx would have been able to hold on to that point. Wow, VPs have gotten quite even, and
maybe when he retreats.
Yeah, if he retreats, Halcyon might decide to play the same trick against his opponent. Oh, he does retreat. The Obersoldaten sprint up there. Do not attack. They've decided that it's more important to take the VP, which it is. He needs to get this drain stopped. He's got a good hold on the central VP. And yeah, it's going to be, I mean, it's going to be difficult to get that King Tiger out of there unless Halcyon uses the rocket strafe, which I think he totally should. Stern Pioneers laying down some S-mines. Bottom VP is about to be captured. I can see so many vehicle icons moving on the map. That looks pretty cool. Halcyon getting ready to make his next attack. He's actually gotten himself a squad of Pathfinders extremely late. That's great for getting the extra line of sight that lets you take full advantage of the range of the Jacksons. This is a really good map to be able to do that. They've got their, well, they're on hold fire. I'm not really sure why. Now they're cloaked, and we'll turn on the fog of war and see what Halcyon sees. He can actually see the he can see the King Tiger from where he is, and he's called in. Oh, nice! He just called in the rocket strafe. King Tiger starting to move. I think actually he probably should have started attacking, forced the King Tiger to move, pursued it, and then dropped the rocket strafe as close to the enemy base as he could. Vehicle crew. Yeah, tripped by the vehicle crew, so that's probably the best outcome that Halcyon could have hoped for. Oh, nasty hit on the Pathfinders. And here comes the P-47 for another pass. Damn, King Tiger's really soaking up this damage pretty well. And he can't afford to lose this VP. He kills one of the M8A1s. Oh god, all the infantry's just getting killed left and right. I don't see this King Tiger lasting much longer. Down it goes. And wow. Man, the M8A1s are still just brutalizing these Volks Grenadiers. Off they go. And the vehicle crew has hopped out to capture the central VP.
I always fear them.
Yeah, they are a real nightmare. You need something pretty quick to get rid of them.
Take the Jackson.
Yeah, no, he needs to hold this VP. The squad standing here is going to allow him to. He has enough munitions. He should probably force retreat these squads if he feels that he's at risk. This is a great time to do it. They're sitting right on top of each other. He could force retreat them. And, oh, the officer gets killed before he has the opportunity to do it. If he had done that, I think it would have been extremely difficult for Halcyon to. Ooh. Volks Grenadiers die up at the top, and Halcyon's going to be able to take the middle VP. Is he going to be able to take the middle VP? He's only got 5 victory points left. He has nothing under his control. He's starting to lower the top. Jackson shoots the decrewed Jackson in the butt. It looks like the victory points about 7 point. Halcyon actually. Wow, Tanckx. I did not see that. Did not
No,
see
neither
that
did I.
going his way. Whoa, that was a
Uh,
surprising victory. That's why you don't give up, even when you're behind and it looks hopeless.
that
Well,
was quite a surprise there.
yeah, man, all that map harassment at the top paid off. And you said earlier that you thought Scavenge would have been a better choice. I think that definitely would have been, as you can see how much the map harassment, paid dividends for Tanckx. He was able to just take this top over and over and over again and keep a pretty good hold on the bottom of the
Hmm.
map, while also contesting the center. So, oh, and I was a little slow there. Didn't end the game when he had the opportunity to, and yeah. So, figured out that all the replays that I thought got destroyed by the hotfix patch yesterday are in fact salvageable. So hopefully we'll get to do another couple of casts in the
Yeah.
near future. But oh man, we're both pretty busy. It might be it might be a while before that. So no promises to our viewers.
Maybe we can do one tomorrow. What do you say?
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
I said maybe, so
Yeah.
that's a big maybe.
Yeah, well, I can say maybe. Anyway, ugh, feels
It
good
was
to
a
be back
fun
doing it again.
replay. Yeah.
And if anybody knows what the hell happened with that Jackson spontaneously exploding, they can confirm our suspicion that it was the mine changing possession. I really would love to hear that. Anyway, thanks
Unless
Halcyon
that
for
was a
sending in the
really good
replay.
shooter on that M20, the
Yeah.
German shooters, like could pinpoint the fuel tank.
Super secret random number generation. So yeah, good game, well played, etc. I'm gonna go outside. It's a beautiful day here in Denmark, and I'll talk to you
Same here.
later. All
Later.
right, bye bye, folks.
Until next time.